Yeah, hello. Welcome to this training, Beginner's Guide to GIS Software Use in Mining. This training has 8 videos. I'll try to break the training into 8 videos. So if you are interested in GIS use in the mining industry or any other sector, I encourage you to go through all of these videos. So I'll go straight to the training. First of all, I will introduce myself. My name is John Coker. I am a geospatial professional. I've practiced survey and GIS in the mining industry for a couple of years now, about 8 years. So yeah, I'm excited to share this training. If you're a beginner to GIS software use, then this training is for you. Like I said, I'll try to the training into 8 lessons or 8 videos. So please make sure you watch all of these videos. And before we continue with this training, I want to clearly state that we will not be using ArcMap. ArcMap is an old version of from Esri Enterprise software. We are going to use the ArcGIS Pro. So if you have not installed ArcGIS Pro, I encourage you go now and install ArcGIS Pro on your desktop. And so our advice, you stop this, you pause the video, go download ArcGIS Pro app and install on your computer. So let's go into the lesson 1. I'll give highlights for lesson 1, then you can note it down. In lesson 1, we will talk about software use, the introduction, how to create a new project or how to create a new map document, and then we'll look at the map view. We'll quickly see how you can work in the map view and the layout view, how you can activate your layout view, how you can add not arrows, scale bars, other annotations, grids, etc. And also we'll look at the contents view or the table of contents or contents of table, and then we'll look at layers, spatial layers within the contents, and also opening attribute tables, how to open attribute tables, and how to look at your attributes, and maybe how to edit attributes. And also last, in lesson 1, we'll look at view help or help, how to get help if you are stuck in doing something. So this is what lesson 1 will entail. Okay, so now if you have already installed ArcGIS Pro, we will start this way. So you go to your search box, so this is how we'll start. You go to your search window and then you search ArcGIS Pro. So we already have it here. The app is here. ArcGIS Pro app is highlighted in blue, and then you can find it here. So all you need to do is to double tap by left clicking your mouse, or you tap by left clicking your mouse if that is the configuration of your mouse. Some of you, your configuration is right click. So you double tap or you tap. So I'm going to tap, then you wait on the software to initialize and open. So like I say, in lesson 1, we are going to look at creating a new project. So once you open ArcGIS Pro, the first thing you're going to do is to create a book, is to create a document, which is a map document. Okay, so now ArcGIS Pro app is open and we are in the home tab. So this is the home tab. We are in the home tab. And on the home tab, we have learning resources. That's where you can go and get videos on the internet. You can get tutorials, you can get documents and any other information that you need. And then of course settings, software settings. If you want to change your software settings, you can go to settings and change your settings. But for this tutorial, we will not be going into all of that. So we will just click this arrow back, and then you go back to your home tab. You click the home tab. So on the home tab, the first thing you will see here at the top is a new project. A new project. So on the new project, you see map, you see catalog, you see global scene, a local scene, start without a template. Okay, so on the new project, this is where you create a new map. By clicking this map, you create a new map called a new project. And this is catalog. Catalog is a list of um, um, folders. It's a list of, it's like a library where you store all of your shape files, your map documents, your CSVs, um, and other documents related to your maps. So it works like Explorer, like your Windows Explorer. So these are the two main things which I'm going to talk about under this new project. Then when you come down a little bit, you look at what we see as recent projects. Recent projects. So on recent projects, these are saved projects that I've recently worked on. So when you start working with ArcGIS Pro, once you create new projects, the project will save under your recent projects. So you will see them here, listed here. As you can see, these are all my recent projects. So let's say you want to easily find a project. For example, you type in here find, you click in find and say I'm going to look for a project that I've worked on already. So I'll type say tree cutting and then the project will come up. If that's not what I'm looking for, I will backspace and then I will say search for FGG, and then you see all projects starting with these words FGG. Then I will cancel. If I want to cancel, I will cancel. So here, if I want to open an existing project, I will just have to click one of these and it will open an existing project. That is project you have previously worked on. You just come here, look for it, and then you click that existing project and then you continue working on that project. But if you have, let's say you have worked on a project, say 1 month ago or 2 months ago, or even 3 weeks ago, and it's not listed on recent projects, what you will have to do is you go to open another project. So you click another project and a window will open project window will open, and then you will have to navigate to your project where you save all of your map documents. So let's say you are connected to the network drive, then you have to click on your network drive and navigate to that project. But for this lesson, I'm not connected to any network drive, so I'll just browse to my local drive C, and then I'll go to Survey 2023, and then these are my folders, and then I'll navigate to say a particular project, say a particular folder where I've saved most of my work documents. Okay, so this is one document, Forest Reserve. Okay, so let's close this for now. So once you come here, then you close. Okay, so that's the function of this open another project if it is not listed on the written project. Now let's come to creating a new project. Now to create a new project, all you have to do is you come to map and then you click on map. Once you click on map, a new window will pop up that creates a new project. Create a new project. And then the name is default here, my project one. So you have to change this to your desired name. So let's say, for example, we're going to name this project, let's say GIS underscore survey training lesson 1. Okay, so this is the name of our project. Then the location where we want to save this project. First of all, I want to let you know that it is this is the default path. C users John Coker document ArcGIS project. This is a default. So if you want to change this default path to your desired location, you will have to browse here this Explorer. You browse, you click here, another window will pop up, and then you go to your PC, Windows C, and then let's save it here. Okay, instead of we save it in my working folder, let's create a new folder on my C drive. So there are different ways you can do it. You can right click in this open space and then you say folder, or you can come to new item, and click folder. Okay, so all what I'm going to do, I will click on the open space here and then I'll right click, I'll say folder. Now you've created a folder, say new folder. Now you need to rename this new folder to your desired name. So I will say GIS and survey training V, for example, or videos. Then I'll click outside. So just click outside, then you have your new folder created. So even if you open Explorer and you go to your C, you will see this folder named GIS and survey training. So now all you have to do is, once you have created this folder, you double tap on this folder, and then you are now in this folder. So all you have to do is to click OK. You come down here and click OK. Okay, sorry, it cannot access. So let's go back. So you click on C to go back, or you can click this to back. Then you come to this, just select it, don't open it, just select it, highlight it, and then you say OK. Right? So now the location is C, GIS, and survey trading. That is going to, so we are saving this project name into this folder. That is where we are saving it. And then we'll say OK. And then we'll say OK. So now once you say OK, now the software is loading its panel, its workspace, or we call it workspace. So now you wait for the software to open up the workspace. Yeah, so as we wait for the software to open, depending on your RAM, or your memory size of your computer, or your processor size, that will determine when the software will open. I honestly don't know why this is taking a bit, and why it's taking time to open. So let's wait and see. And as you wait, just remember that you opening your first project, you need to be connected to the internet. So if you can see here, bottom here, I am already connected to the internet. So the reason why this project is taking long to open could be as a result of my internet speed. It's possible that my internet speed is it's it's really slow. So but let's wait, because it's going to open with a base map. So it's going to open, whilst it's opening, it's loading a base map from the internet. Okay, so now it's opening. Good. Now we have a new project opened with a base map. So this is how ArcGIS Pro works. This is why I love ArcGIS Pro. Once you open the new map, it comes up with a base map, the world topographic map, and also the world hillshade. Yeah. Now this is your workspace. This is your panels. This is where all your tools are. If you click map, you see a lot of tools here which we will use during the lesson videos. You have insert, you have analysis. You want to do analysis. You have view. Under view, you have a lot of tools there. Edit, imagery, share. So this is the work panels with the different tools that you'll be working with. So let's go back to map. So you click on map. Now we are on the map view. So this is the map view. Okay, so just click on map, and then we are in the map view. Don't close it. Don't select this. Don't click this one, because your map view will go. So just leave it this way. We are on our map view. Now on the map view, what I want you to do is to scroll on a particular area, or you could follow me with the area I'm scrolling to. So this is Africa. Now scroll. You scroll. You roll your mouse. That's what I mean. You roll your mouse out or in, depending on the configuration of your mouse. So I'm going to roll my mouse out. So as I roll my mouse out, it means I am scrolling in. I am zooming in. This is zoom in. When you scroll backward, means to zoom out. So I'm zooming into Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is in the western region of Africa. This is Africa, and then this is in the western part of Africa, and Sierra Leone is found in the western part. A very beautiful country. So this is Sierra Leone. Now I want you to zoom into Sierra Leone. So if you have zoomed into Sierra Leone, then congratulations, you have opened your first blank document, and you have titled it GIS and Solve It Training Lesson 1. So this is where you can find the title of your project. You see, GIS and Solve It Training Lesson 1. This is how you know the project you are working with. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want us to change this base map. So like I said, you need internet connectivity to be able to access this base map. But that does not mean that you always need internet to work with GIS Pro. You don't need internet to work with ArcGIS Pro. If you have a base map on your local drive, if you have satellite imagery or drone imagery that is georeferenced, you can bring it on your software and you can use it. But for this tutorial, I know most of you does not have imagery, so that is why I want you to use the base maps from the cloud, from the internet. So let's say we have imagery or drone imagery, the georeferenced imagery stored on our server or on our local drive. So all I will need to do is to come here and say add data. So I will click this one, add data, and then I'll say data. So you click here, click, So you click down here and then you click this one, data, and then a window will pop up, and then you will have to navigate to where you have saved your imagery, and then you can load it. So let's close this one. Now, since you don't have imagery, what I'll suggest is you come with me to base map. So we are on the map. See, it's highlighted in blue there. We are on the map, and then you come to base map. Base map. So you click this one, then you wait for the base map to load. That is why I said you need internet connectivity. So now these are various base maps that has been loaded. We have imagery hybrid, street maps, topographic maps, navigation, streets, quite a number of base maps, world base maps available for you on the internet. So now what I want us to do is to select this imagery, this one. Select imagery, and then we change this topographic to imagery. So let's click that one. It's updating the base map. Now it has updated our base map. Now we'll see imagery. You see? Beautiful. Now we'll see imagery on our workspace. So all I want you to do is to zoom in and zoom out. So as you zoom in, so let's zoom into this area. So put your mouse here and zoom in. Zoom into this area. So this is a work site I've worked on that I previously worked. It's a mine. It's a very big mine in Sweden that I've previously worked. So you can zoom into these areas and see and look at the quite a number of years of work that has gone on in this place. So this is the area I want us to focus on. So now you have created a new map document. You've titled it, you've changed your base map, and now you can have it on your contents. So if you look right here, this is the contents. Here is contents. So on contents, you have drawing order, the order of your drawing. So here we have map, and then we have world imagery with the correct tick. So if I click on this tick, then it means I want to take it off. I want to switch it off. So if I click here, then my world map will go. You see, there's no tick. But if I tick the world imagery, that means I want to switch it on. So this is how you switch layers on and off, on and off. Okay. Now let's say we want to add a layer, or let's say we want to add a shapefile or a layer or a spatial data. So a spatial data can be lines representing roads, streams, building footprints, spatial layers or shape files can be polygons. This can be let's say reservoirs, settlements, the storm areas, oceans. You just name it. Depending on um, um, depending on what you want to actually do with your shape files or your spatial layers. Then we have points. Points can represent, say, settlements. So once we start creating all of these spatial layers, you will see. So the next thing which I want us to do is to add an existing layer. Some of you does not have existing layers. So what I will do, I will add the existing layer, and then I will switch off and on these layers. Then I will delete and undo, and then you will see. And then after that, then probably we will start creating our own layer. Okay, so now I will go to my local drive and add a layer. So all I need to do is you click on add data. You can click directly here, or you click this drop down. So I'll click directly here, and then this add data window will open, and then I'll go to my local drive, I'll go to my local drive where the spatial layers are added. Okay, and now I will add these layers. So I'll select one and then I'll press Shift. So you can select one of them, then you press your Shift arrow and then you select another one, just like you are highlighting documents in Explorer. Then you say OK. So once I say OK, now I've added new layers to my map. So you see, now under contents, you see these are spatial layers already created. So I've added spatial layers added to this world imagery. I've added spatial layers, tailing storage facility, solar farm, quarry, a lot of layers which I've already created. These layers are not referenced for this area. So what I would do is I will right click one of them. So right click, so just select on this one and you right click and then you say zoom to layer. So click this one, right click, zoom to layer. Okay, so now this is the layer, right? Okay, so we will go back to our previous work area, and then how do we do that? We can just click here. You just click this previous extent. Previous extent. So you click previous extent, and then you are back to your area. If you want to go back to the previous layer, you can click this one. You are back in the tailing storage facility area, and then you can do this to come back to your work area. So let's say we want to undo everything here. So all we need to do is to undo, just like Excel or Word or any other software. So all you need to do is to undo, or you press Ctrl plus Z. So click on this one, then we'll undo all the spatial layers. Now all of the spatial layers is gone. This is why we haven't saved the project. If I save the project, then that is fine. So this is where you save your project as you work. Save project, Control S. Right. So for now, let's undo these layers now and start creating our own layers. Okay. So before the end of this video, we will create a layer. Let's say we will create a line. Okay, we will create a line and then we'll open the attributes. So let's do this, guys. So now for you to start creating a layer, all you need to do is you bring your map, you bring your arrow down. Let me take this off my second screen. Okay, so come down here a little bit. Here you will see your catalog. You see, this is catalog. So click here. Once you click catalog, so the first thing you need to do in catalog, so just click here, catalog. Okay. All right, go to map, and then you select here, catalog. Now, this is where you find catalog. So the first thing we need to do in catalog is to connect our local drive. You connect your local drive to this software, which is called folder connection. So all you do is you click your catalog, you click on folders, and then you right click on folders, you say add folder connection. Okay, so catalog, you click on catalog, folders, you click on folders, you right click, and then you say add folder connection. So you click add folder connection, and then all what you need to do is this add folder connection window will pop up, you click your local drive or your network drive where you want to, the folder you want to connect to this software. So I'm going to click on my Windows C local drive, and then I'll go to this folder we created. So this one, I will click on this one, GIS and Survey Training V. I will select it, and then the name of that folder is here, and then I'll click OK. So once you click OK, you have connected your folder on your local drive to this software. Okay, so now how to access that folder connection? All you need to do is there is a tree view here. The tree view is here. You select this arrow, and then you have your GIS and Survey Training folder. Okay, you can click this one, then you can see the other project. So this is our GIS and Survey Training folder, which we have already connected. So all you need to do is, again, let's create another folder where we are going to save our shapefiles or our spatial layers. Okay, so all you need to do is you click on this GIS and Survey, and then you right click on that folder. So you right click, and then you say new, you click on new, then you say folder. Okay, I'll click outside, right click, say new folder. So once you select new folder, the new folder will come up, and then let's say, just name this one, say shape files. You can give it any name. Let's say mining, for example, mining area. Okay, so that is our folder, mining area. Under mining area, we can create other folders. Let's say shape files. So you right click on mining area, and then you say new folder. Let's say shape files. Okay, then you can click outside. Then you can click on mining area again, which is the main folder. You can click on mining area. And what you are doing now, you are creating folders inside of this folder. Okay, so right click on mining area, new folder, say maps. This is where you will save your maps. Click outside. Then you can click on mining area, right click, say new folder, let's say DXF files. Okay, so this is how you create folders in folders. Okay, now we are going to create a shapefile in this shapefile folder. So now the first shapefile I want us to create is the road network. So the road network, we are going to create lines. We will not do polygon, because roads can be easily digitized or can be easily drawn with lines. You cannot use roads. If it comes to the tailings areas, we can use polygons. Okay, if it comes to the reservoirs, we will digitize, we will draw using polygons. Okay, so now let's start with polyline or lines. Okay, so now you click on shapefile to create a polyline shapefile. Click on shapefiles. You right click on shapefiles. You go to new, and then you come down to shapefile. Then you click shapefile. Now once you click on shapefile, the geoprocessing window will open. So you can drag this one to open it a little bit. So the geoprocessing window will pop up. Now it's under parameters. Under parameters, feature class location, where you want to save this line, this polyline is under shapefiles, the folder shapefiles. You see, solving, this is the path. You're not going to change it. If you want to change it, you can change it. Now the feature class name. So the name of this feature, we are creating a polyline. So let's give it road network. So these are the road networks within the mining area. So say we'll give it a name, road network. Road network. You can give it underscore. Let's do this again. Road network. Okay, now the geometry type. So we have three types of geometry when you're dealing with ArcGIS or when you're doing GIS. We have points, polylines, and polygon. So what is the geometry type? So if you click here, you have the points, the polygon, and the polyline, which are the three major geometry types we'll be dealing with during this training. Okay, so now let's do polyline. So you select polyline. So the geometry type, you click here, this drop down, and then you select polyline. So once you start drawing using polyline. Start drawing polyline. Okay, template, data sets, leave it. Has M, no, just leave this one. Has Z, no, just leave this one. The coordinate system. So if you already know the coordinate system of this area, you will put in the coordinate system. You will select the coordinate system. So what you need to do is just select the current map coordinate system. It will bring up the current map coordinate system. But if you know the coordinate system for this area, then you can go to this globe here, select this globe, and then the coordinate system window will come up. Then you go to projected coordinate system. So you select this arrow here, and then it will open up. You come to UTM, down to WGS 1984, and this is on 28 north. So I'll click this one, and then it will open with a range of coordinate systems, and then I will look for WGS 1984 zone 28 north. So this is the coordinate for this area, WGS 1984 UTM zone 28 north. Then I'll click OK, and then you see changes here. Okay, so now once you are done with that, future class atlas, just leave it, and then you see run. See, you select run. So you select run, then now you have created a road network. Okay, but this road network is empty. So all you need to do is to start creating your road, is to start drawing your road. So what you do is you select on this road network and come to edit, select edit. Now we were on map, so you come to edit, and then you say create, edit, you select create. Once you select create, you come to road network, you select road. Okay, now you have activated your drawing tools. You have activated your drawing tools. So all you need to do is zoom into this area. So I'll zoom into this. I'll start drawing from here. So I'll zoom into this, and then you begin to draw. So all you need to do is to left click, then you start, then you drag your mouse, and then you start drawing your road as you see. So you zoom out, you zoom in, zoom out, zoom in. See, zoom out, zoom in. Let's say stop here. Once you stop here, all you need to do is to right click and say finish. Finish. So you finish drawing that one. Then you can start drawing from this other end. So you come this here and this area, and then you start digitizing. So we call this process digitizing because you are following the future. So we are following this road, this untarred road, as we see it on the imagery, and digitize. So we call this process digitization. This is where you look at a future and start digitizing and start drawing. So what we're doing now is we are drawing. Okay. Now, another way to end this line is by double tapping on your mouse and then you will finish. So you see, that's another way. Okay, let's draw another line this way. Let's say this is another road. Example. This is another road. Zoom in. So the reason why you zoom in is because you want to get that accuracy. So I'll stop here. Then I'll right click, say finish. Okay, so now I've drawn this road. So this is my roads which are digitized. So once you are done digitizing, okay, let's digitize this other one. Let's digitize this other road. Okay, let's digitize this other road. Then you double tap. I will done this road. So all you need to do now, we have to save this road. We have to save this shapefile. So all you do, you are still under edit, so you come to save edits. We are editing this. Now you come to save, then you save. It says all, save all edits, then you say yes. So now we have saved all the edits. See, now if you take off this world imagery, we have digitized this road. So you can bring the world imagery again. So this is how we do, this is how we create lines, polylines. So this is road network. Let's go back to map. Go back to map and then you click this select. So just click this select and click here, and that highlight will go. So you go to map, then you click select and you click outside anywhere on the map. So now it's gone. We can take the wall imagery out and then this is our road. Okay, let's create another shape file. Let's create another shape file. So go back to catalog, come back to catalog. Now this time we are creating polygon. We are creating polygon. So you click on shapefile, you right click, say new, say new shapefile. The location of your shapefile remains the same. The path remains the same. You don't change it, except you want to change where you want to save this polygon. So the name of the feature class name would be, let's say, reservoirs. Reservoir, or let's say dams. Dams. And then the geometry type, this time we are not going to use polyline, we will use polygon because maybe we will want to determine the area of a particular pond or a particular dam. So once you select the polygon type, which is the geometry type, which is polygon, then you leave all of these as default. And then if you already know the coordinates, if you don't know the coordinate then system for this area, you can say current map, and then it will bring up this. Okay, if you want to use the coordinate system of this road network which we've already created, you can select that and it will bring up your WGS 1984 zone 28. Then just leave this one open and then you say run. Once you run, now you have created a polygon. Here you see a polygon has been created, dams. Okay, now before we start creating the before we start digitizing one of the dams or one of the reservoirs, all you need to do, zoom into the area you want to start. You can zoom in to here, you can zoom into here, you can zoom into here. So all you need to do is, now if you select this one, this is the title of the shapefile, which is dams. But just select this color, click to modify the symbol. So before you start digitizing any polygon, make sure you modify the polygon. So once you click this polygon, the symbol window will come up, and then let's use this outline, this black outline. So just select this one Now you have an outline to work with instead of a shaded polygon. Okay, so now you select on the name. So select on the name, and you go to edit, and you say create. And then now instead of selecting road, you select dams. Then you are now in the polygon. You're now in the polygon. Now you start. Now your edits tools are activated. So all you need to do is to start somewhere at the edge of this polygon and you start digitizing. So all I'm doing right now is left clicking my mouse as I put these points. So these points are called vertices. So I'm going to select the edge. I'm going to click the edge of this pond whilst I am editing. So what I'm doing now is drawing. So because of time, I'm not going to zoom into these areas and do it properly. So I'll just do it quickly for time. So I'll just go around the polygon, the reservoir, quick. Now once I am done, I'll right click and say finish, or I'll double tap finish. Now I'm done creating this. Let's do another polygon. Let's say this other reservoir. So I'll start clicking here. I'll do this one quick. Because of time, if you want to do it accurately, you have to zoom into the extent of these ponds and do it properly. Because if you want to determine the area, I'll double tap to finish. So once I'm done with these polygons, all I need to do is to be on edit, and say save. Do you want to save this edit? I say yes. If I don't want this window to continue asking me, do not show this dialog again. So just click this one and say yes. Now you have saved your edits. So all you need to do is to go back to map, and then you click select, and then you click on any part of this an imagery and just click outside. Now you have created your polyline and your polygon. So now we can take this imagery out. So this is our line, this is our polygon. So now we can bring up our polygon again, our imagery. If I want to change this color symbology, all you need to do is select here again, select this one, and then let's look for color that represents water. So I'll look for this one. Then you have your polygon. Then we can take the imagery out. Okay, so now assignment. The assignment is create points. So I want you to zoom into this area and look for settlement. So this is one settlement. So all you need to do, because of time, you wouldn't want to digitize the extent of the settlement. If you want to know the size of the settlement, you can do polygon. But for this course, I want you to digitize points. So you can digitize anywhere you can. This is one settlement. There's quite a number of settlements in these areas. This is another settlement, so there's 2 points. This is another settlement. This is another settlement here, another settlement here. So create this another settlement here. So guys, create points as settlements. You can name it settlement. That is the assignment, and that is the exercise. So for this video, I will stop here, and then I'll see you in lesson number 2. But before we go to lesson number 2, I would have dealt with attribute tables, but I will do that in lesson number 2. Okay, and then also in lesson number 2, we will look at view help. So we are not going to look at the view help in lesson number 1 again because of the time of the video, but I will deal with view help. That's the first thing I will look at in lesson 2 video. Yeah, view help, and then opening attribute tables. Okay, thank you very much for watching. See you in lesson 2 video. Bye bye.